Hello everyone and welcome to another track guide video, and today we got Catalunya, but this time is without the chicane. So we're just gonna skip through the chicane and basically go flat out, kind of flat out through that section. But for this one I decided to go with the BRZ, and I think it's kind of okay even for the race. You can use a couple of cars here because MR cars are now working. Yeah, they are working. So the 911 is good, the BRZ is okay, the Huracan, it seems to be like the car of choice for a lot of guys out there. So you can pretty much choose whatever you like and go with that, but I just decided to do my lap with this car. So without further ado, let's get going. Yeah, that's... Okay, let's start with this guide, and the first thing I have to say is like, really rev up this car. I had a feeling that even 6th gear is not really necessary here, but just as I watched the replay from the fastest guy out there, I realized, okay, maybe going into 6th is a good choice. But there is the first break-in mark, downshifting the second and quickly upshifting into 3rd. Because in 2nd gear you will get a lot of rotation, which you don't really need. Just a quick lift through this, and always be careful how you handle the turns in here. So lift after the curb starts, and usually I look to the left to get myself kind of a good reference. So it always depends on which angle you take into the corner. It always depends on that. So this is just a reference. Look at it that way. It's just a reference. So it's not a clear point where you should start to accelerate. Something like here. So I'm just gonna brake slightly before the polyphony digital sign. And yeah, turn when the curb ends, but it's always different. It's always a tiny bit of second early or later. So you can use this reference or you can use something else. But for me, for the angle that I used in this video, that angle was okay. So that reference was okay for me at that point. Something like that is even going to happen here. That's why I think this, just this combo is so hard. At the fence, at the ending of the fence, I like to turn in at the end of the curb or slightly before the end of the curb, and using the curb to rotate the car. So you can go in a little bit later, carry more speed, but I think just using the curb is going to even help you to rotate the car better. Something like that is even going to help here. So the curb is eventually going to help in this situation. On the curb, downshifting in the second, upshifting in the third once again, and using the curb to rotate the car. I lifted a little bit, and I think this section should be done in 3rd gear alone. So I downshifted in the second because I thought, like, yeah, maybe I need more. But just as the curb there ends, you turn in just a tiny bit of tap on the brakes. I mean, I'm literally talking about maybe 15-20%. 20% is maybe even too much. And then when you grab the curb, once again, put the power down. And the car really rotates on the curb. But here, there is a mark on the right. You brake there, late downshift for rotation. I'm talking really, really late. So you're going down in 2nd and then into 1st, rotating the car, back in 2nd gear, getting that nice rotation and flat out right there. So here, it's very, very hard to find the braking spot. So just as you land from the previous corner, from the previous section, you just press the brakes down easily so the car doesn't snap. And I like to stay on the curb and use this as a reference for acceleration. It can always be different, as I said before, in many other ways. And especially here, I mean, yeah, you can probably lift less. I lifted a bit too much, so you can see maybe up to, yeah, you can lift up to maybe 70%. I think that's going to help, but I just wanted to make sure that I eventually, end this lap and make a good time. But just before the end of the curb right there, use as much track as you possibly can. And here, just as you can see the pit entry on the right hand side, go, literally go with that and stay in 4th gear to get yourself a good lap time. And I think this video will help you guys. I hope it will help you guys. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope it's, hope it was worth it. So once again, guys, thank you very much for watching this, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.